Hello and welcome to part 2 on equals and hashcode method. In this tutorial, we are going to see why do we need to override equals and hashcode method. Let's see. In this example, I have created a class and the class name is employee. It has three instance variables: employee name, department, and language specialization. A constructor which requires all these three values to get initialized, and some setters and getters for the same variables. Now, if I run this program with three instances, E1, E2, and E3, wherein E1 has the value employee name as Vivek, departments in R&D, and language specialization is Java. Similarly, in E2, I have the same values, and E3, I have different values. Now let us see the behavior, what exactly happens. We can see that for these three objects, E1, E2, and E3, even if we have same values in E1 and E2, we get different hashcode values. And E3 is anyways different from the other two, so it has a different hashcode value. Now, technically, E1 and E2 should be same. How do we get the same hashcode value for these two objects? In this case, what we'll have to do is, we'll have to explicitly tell how exactly we are going to generate these hash values. That can be done using hashcode method. Yeah. Now we can see that E1 and E2 both are having same hashcode values. Now let us check and see whether E1 object and E2 objects are same or not. As we are having same hashcode values, we are expecting these two to be same. The expected output should be E1 should be equal to E2 as we have the same values and as we already have same hashcode values. But let's see what is happening here. Well, E1 is not equals to E2 according to the existing logic, according to basically the default logic. So now to make this equal, what we need to do is, we will have to explicitly tell how exactly the object comparison must be done. So here in our logic, what we are considering is, if at all two objects will have the same employee name, department, and language specialization, we are going to consider two objects to be equal. Now after implementing that, we can see that E1 is now equals to E2 and E1 and E2 are having the same hashcode value, and E1 and E3 are not equal because they have different values when comparing the employee name, department name, and also the language specialization. Now, well, we have understood here why exactly we override equals and hashcode method. Now let's say one implementation and check out what exactly is the difference if at all we create a set of employees, basically a set of employee objects. So we have already implemented our equals and hashCode method. Let me comment this for now. Now if I run the program, this program is going to do is, in a set, basically, we are going to store all unique objects. And right now, as we have not explicitly provided the information on how to generate or differentiate two objects, what JVM is going to do is it is going to consider E1 and E2 as two different objects. So here what we are expecting is, when we are adding E1, E2 and E3, there should be three different objects, because these three different objects are having three different memory allocations. So this is what the output of the set is. It has employee Vivek, department R&D, and the language specialized Java. This is E1 object, and the same is there in E2 object as well, which is at the end, and this is nil. Now this is basically going to create a very big problem. Why? Because we are having duplicates. To avoid this, what we are going to do is, we are going to override these two methods. Basically we are going to override the default implementation, and we are going to use these three values. We can also use only employee name or only department or whatever it is, and create a hash value based on that, and also check all the properties inside the equals method using these instance variables. Now what is going to happen is, hashset is internally going to use these two methods, equals and hashCode, to compare objects and define whether the objects are equal or they are different objects. Now as we have already implemented or overridden the equals and hashCode method, let's see what exactly will be the output now. Okay, so right now in the set we have two objects only. One is Neil with department QA and language specialization Python, and the other one is Vivek. Now why hashCode did not add it? Why? Because when comparing the objects inside hashCode or inside hashset, what it has done is, it has used the overridden hashCode in equals method and see whether these two objects are same or not. Now let's try one more thing. What if we are only overriding the hashCode method? What is going to be the behavior? Now see, the consistency is not maintained here. What has happened here is, Neil is added, Vivek is added, and one more time Vivek is added. So basically hashset is not able to check whether the objects are equal or not at the time of checking using equals method. Even if we have two objects with different hashCode value, there has to be a consistency or a contract between these two method, and when hashCode value for two objects are same, it must, or it is mandatory, that equals method should give true when comparing these two objects. Yeah. So now by overriding the equals method, we can see we have only two objects. I hope this clarifies why exactly we use equals and hashCode method, when and why do we need to override these methods, and where exactly it is used. I hope you like this video. Thank you very much, and please subscribe.